During the events of X-Men Disassembled, Nate Gray, or X-Man, reached a dire conclusion where Earth-616 would face the same fate as his own world. Fueled by this realization, he used his omnipotent powers to forcibly reshape the world and save them from this fate. By kidnapping Kitty Pryde, chaining Apocalypse, and kidnapping Senator Allen, he formed his own council representing mutant and human coexistence, mutant domination, and human domination respectively. As Nate continues his reality warping, the X-Men find themselves fighting a fierce and losing battle against his four horsemen of salvation, Magneto, Blob, Omega Red, and Angel. Continuing to lose ground against the four horsemen of salvation, the X-Men opened a window for Psylocke to unleash Angel's alter ego Archangel, freeing him from Nate's control. Archangel is able to force Magneto to retreat, allowing the X-Men to find Nate's location and confront Nate himself. Finding that Nate was unwilling to back down from his ways, the X-Men had no choice but to try to take him down, but Nate was able to easily defeat them. Before anything else could happen, David Haller, or Legion, a near-omnipotent mutant himself, appeared leading a separate group determined to halt X-Man's cataclysmic plans. Fully prepared to attack X-Man, Hisako, or Armor, calmed the team down, advocating to understand why he was doing what he was doing. In a surprising turn, they learned that his motives were rooted in the knowledge that he was dying soon and that he wanted to save the world from its fate before his death. Fed up with Nate's yapping, Legion used his powers to send him back to where he came from, but by doing so inadvertently sent his team back to the Age of Apocalypse, a nightmarish world, as well. With Nate gone, Apocalypse was released and found the X-Men, where he clashed with them but was easily defeated. During the team's stay in the Age of Apocalypse, they continued to press on and locate X-Man, succeeding in doing so, but by then the team had split into two fronts, one adamant on killing him, and the other unsure. Armor, who was unsure before, understanding now that the only way to save her world was to kill Nate, strengthened her resolve to do so, but before she could do it, Bishop appeared, stopping her and revealing to them that they had only been in the world for 5 minutes, even though to them it felt like a year and a half. Following Bishop, Legion was able to breach the dimension and attempted to imprison X-Man in his mind. Unfortunately, X-Man proved to be far more formidable than he thought and was able to take over his body before returning everyone back to the original world. Now, with Legion's body and power on top of his own, he faced the X-Men once again. With the X-Men continuing to lose ground as X-Man now controlled Storm, Jean Grey called out to all past and present X-Men to come to her to stand and fight for their future against X-Man and his four horsemen of salvation. Slowly losing the fight, Psylocke was able to free Storm from Nate's control, and with this Storm unleashed a lightning strike against Nate, allowing the other psychics to split Nate and Legion apart, and for Jean Grey to enter Nate's mind, revealing to him the pain she has caused as the Phoenix, breaking Nate's control over the four horsemen of the apocalypse. However, Nate, still convinced that his powers were a gift meant to save the world, concluded that the X-Men would always get in his way. In a heart-wrenching decision, he wielded his powers to erase the entire existence of the X-Men. The aftermath birthed a reality where mutants no longer existed, and the anti-mutant vaccine flowed through society as routinely as any other inoculation.